doing a little more wiring here. Wanted to get you a quick update. So I've been going through trying to figure out where all these wires go. You know, in that last video we worked on the kickdown switch to confirm it worked. It's up under there. I cleaned it up. It's fine now. But other wiring problems, or rather not problems, everything mostly works, but just confusion about where things are. So the neutral safety switch, which lives right there, was taken. I took it out just to check to make sure it worked, and it does. It's in pieces in my garage right now getting cleaned up, but it was a little sticky, but I've cleaned it and I'm just waiting for it to put it back together. But these are all the wires that go to the neutral safety switch. So you've got these two blues. So this is the blue power wire that should go to the ignition up here, and then to the starter terminal. And then I've labeled its twin up here, start plus, so that goes on to the neutral safety, and then that passes power through this thing, comes back down to here. So there should be a female, or rather a male connector under there somewhere, probably what's plugged into the starting circuit now. I'll plug that back in. That'll put the neutral safety switch back in the circuit, so it won't start in reverse or gear. Only works in park or neutral. And then the kickdown. This is the kickdown positive. This should go onto the again onto the ignition. I think the accessory side. And then I found these two wires here are actually the kickdown. These are the two wires that go up under to here, and under there. And again, there's the power side, and then this side I discovered this is the side that goes to the kickdown itself. And remember that old yellow wire I had, and I had this bare terminal under the hood, that one, and that's where that goes. That also has the connector for the reverse light switch, but this is automatic. It's in the column, not in the transmission like on the manuals. So I plugged that in. Sure enough, that cable reaches down there. It has power, and it will activate the solenoid. Obviously that cable is shot and needs to be replaced, but it will get replaced once I can figure out how to get those connectors off it. And I've been labeling the rest of these wires. You know, here's the horn wire. I don't still yet know where the power for the reverse lights are. You can see this wire was cut. That's the reverse light. This is the other side of it over here. I don't know where it gets power from. There should be power going into the neutral safety switch and then out into that connector down there. So when you put it in reverse, it sends power through the switch. I don't know where that is. I haven't found it yet. It's probably, you know, here's one right here. It's probably one of these. This does go to the backup light switch, or backup lights, but I don't know yet if this just plugs into the ignition or if it plugs onto the neutral safety. But where's the other wire? So I got to figure that out. There's still a bunch of, like this one, I don't know. This wire up here, get out of the way. Like this wire, I don't know where it goes yet. There's a couple, this one, still don't know where that goes yet. But another thing I just fixed, this is the rheostat. And this is what, when you turn on the headlights, it sends power up to the gauge cluster for back of the gauge lighting. It's the dimmer switch. It also sends power up to this little guy, which I believe is supposed to light this up. And when I finally install the tachometer I got for Christmas, the little one that just clamps on here, it'll control the backlighting for that gauge as well. This has never worked. I think in one video I showed it working briefly, but now, if you can see up in there, it's very hard to see, but it kind of glows. Okay, it's bright outside, so it's hard to tell. But I got it working. I took it apart. Turn those off. It's just got 3 metal clips. This is a ceramic disc. And then you can see kind of inside of there how it works. It's in the full-on position now, but the dimmer modes do work. They're a little touchy, but I just want it to work. So if I have to drive this thing at night, I can hit the switch, I can see my gauges. That's all I really care about. It will sweep, but it's finicky. But full on works, full off works. and it kind of works in the middle. And all I did to fix that was just a bunch of sandpapering. These were all rusted up. I pulled them loose, cleaned the bullet connectors, took the switch apart, the switch, CRC switch cleaner, connection cleaner stuff, all that. So making progress. Still not quite there, but you know, feeling better about it. I need to get the kick down rewired, but at least I know where it all goes. I can get the neutral safety switch in here, so I don't have to worry about my kid jumping in here and hitting the key and having it take off in gear, that kind of thing. You know, there's no break interlock or anything on this. Neutral safety is the only thing that keeps it from starting in gear and, you know, driving down the hill. So, or worse, out into the street and hitting somebody else. So it's a mess, but it's getting there. Yeah, want to get you a little quick update, kind of see how things are, and yeah, one day it'll all be fixed, but right now it's just figure out what everything does, right? Thanks for watching. Okay, here's a quick demonstration of that neutral safety switch. So I reinstalled it in there. It's right there. See it? I've got my leads. I got a positive one on one side, negative on the other, and they're just going through my multimeter through these little test leads. So in theory, if that completes the circuit, it should sound off the meter. Right now it's in reverse. That's park. So that, in this case, it would start. It will not start in reverse. There's neutral and drive. First and second, or I don't know, can't figure that part out. But there's drive, there's neutral, reverse, and park. So there you go, that's how that works. Yeah, that'll stop it from starting in reverse or anything other than park or neutral. Yeah, there you go. And next we'll test the reverse lights side of it, make sure that works. All right, same test, except this time my leads are up there, but you can't see right there. They're on the blade terminals, not on the little screw posts. And in this case, it should only make the meter sound off in reverse. So right now it's in park. There's reverse, there's neutral, there's reverse, neutral, drive, neutral, reverse, park. So that should fix the reverse lights. Yeah, there you go. All I had to do is take that switch apart and clean it out. Polish up the contacts, put it back together. I put a little bit of that 2-in-1, like the engine, the stuff for electric motors, in there just to help it. It was a little sticky. Even after cleaning, the contacts were kind of, they didn't want to move freely. So just a drop on there just to help it move a little more freely. And it helped immensely. So there you go.